Hello, everybody. This is Joy and Sean,
Hi,
and
everybody.
welcome to our SOC Talks with Joy and Sean. We're so glad you're here today. And gosh, I hope you went back and listened to last week's. We were so honored to have Darla DeGrande on there. And I don't care what profession you have out there, this woman can give you some insight into your business and how you can improve it at all different levels.
Absolutely.
So yeah, she was a great gem to have on, huh?
Yes,
So,
she was.
So yeah, you can find us on our YouTube channels, or if you're in the SOC world here, they're back on the official site. Just look for our little gold envelope with a little heart and SOC Talks. So hey, Sean, today
Yes.
is the 30th of October.
Halloween tomorrow.
Halloween tomorrow.
And more holidays coming up.
Yeah, more holidays coming up. I love November. November
Yep.
is like one of my favorite months of the year for a couple of reasons. Of course, I just love the festivities are starting. When I say that, everyone's kind of like the nights are crisper, the days are going to get shorter. People are like negative about that. I honestly kind of like that when it happens because it just kind of settles you in a little bit. I don't know. I like
I
November.
do too, but I like it from the beach. So
Uh,
I don't need
okay, we
the
we
white
are quite
Christmas.
different on that.
White Christmas is the white sand. Yes, right there.
Uh, I hear you. Well,
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things with businesses, I feel that November, starting Friday, November 1st, it's a month of Thanksgiving. I mean, it's just a month of Thanksgiving, and no matter what kind of business you're in, you need to thank your customers. If you've got any kind of customers and clients out there, if there's one time, whether you've done it in the past, whether you haven't done it in the past, that you should do it or start doing it, it's the month of November. You think about you agree with that, Sean?
Oh, absolutely. And I think kind of like we talked before that if you haven't done it, it's a great time to start and then continue it throughout the next year. It shouldn't be the only time you thank your customers because it's the time we should thank our customers because then you're kind of lumped together. And I think what Joy's kind of alluding to is, if you do the Thanksgiving card or Thanksgiving, the month of November cards versus Christmas, you're not lost. And you're probably the first one to say, thank you, I appreciate you, enjoy your season. So absolutely, if you haven't done it before, now's the time to start and send the thank you card, but do it in November. And Thanksgiving card stands out way more than a Christmas card, way more.
Yeah, it does. And it doesn't even have to be a Thanksgiving card. I mean, I don't know if you can see this on the screen, this simple one. Is it backwards? It's backwards to me.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. It's all good. So very grateful for such a wonderful wonderful
That's exactly
people in
what
my
I
life.
said.
Yeah. So very grateful for such wonderful people in my life. And that can go out. It can go out anytime, but it can go out especially in the month of November. It doesn't have to be a Thanksgiving card.
Sure.
The entire month is a month to say thank you to everybody. Like Sean says, every month out of the year is a month to say thank you to people that started in Thanksgiving. And if you've done Christmas cards before, consider flipping and doing a Thanksgiving this year. Just kind of flip it this year and change it up. You will be the first one they hear from. You're going to be the first one, and that card's going to stand out among the other cards that they get because you're the first one. And there's several other holidays in November. You got Veterans Day. Have you ever thought about sending something to people that are veterans in your life that you know? Or even if you don't know and can reach it, you can get an address to them. Just do it. And we have one more. What else? Oh, Kindness Day. World Kindness Day is November 13th.
Perfect.
So just a lot of reasons. November is second.
Yeah, I try to, my story is I sent throughout the year on different holidays, but the Thanksgiving and the New Year card is a great bookend to when people are in, yes, they're a little, I wish it was sunnier and lighter longer, but it's the joke that if, wouldn't it be nice if everybody was kind of how they are around Christmas, where they are, thankful after they get all their shopping done and get that anxiety out of the way. But I mean, they are thankful and they want to be around family, and they're usually more open to things. So if you bookend that with a November card to say thank you, and then a New Year card, because what does everybody do at the first of the year? They have their list of, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money, I want to save more money, I want to do this to my house, I want to do that to my house. So anybody that's in the business world, that's a great bookend to the thank you card in November.
Yeah, and don't get wrapped up that it has to be on New Year's Day.
Oh,
The
no.
entire month of January is a new year, new month. So anytime during that month you could use a New Year's card. Welcome to 2020 card to say what you need to say.
And you can do that today, right? And just have it go out when you want in January, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you've got a day where you're just like sitting back and saying, the holidays
I got my cards done
right now, do it now, schedule it, ready to go. You got it.
Do the whole year.
Yeah, so easy to do that and have it ready to go.
It's funny. I had a appointment with a financial planner today, and she said, "Can I do like birthday cards and have them go out?" I said, absolutely. And I said, one of the things people struggle with is, gosh, I don't have the time to do it. I know I have this network, I just don't have the time to do it, to write the stuff, and I don't get as much business as I should on referrals. And I said, well, when you have a low, say you have a couple hours in the afternoon, you can set up your entire year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And you're done, and you pick the 5-6 times when you want them to go out, you set the date and you hit send and they're all done for you. So, that's cool. So, yeah.
Oh, I have a gentleman that he waits for a snow day at the beginning of every year. He waits for that snow day. And he sits down and he'll queue all of his birthday cards to go for the year.
Perfect.
And then all he has to do is new clients and people that he wants to add, go add along the way. But he does what he does. He sits and he schedules them all ready to go.
Absolutely.
So, and before the rush, I want to say the rush. I used to work in retail, so I know that Veterans Day is the kickoff for the holidays. Before that even hits, get yourself organized. And I want to say, get yourself organized. It's not that hard. You've already got your database in there, probably. If not, we got tools that can help you do that. And whoever invited you to this video, talk with them. We can help make that process easy for you too. And cue them to go and be done. And the cool thing is, Sean, is once you cue those cards to go, they sit there in the pending until the date that they go. If you want to go back and add something additional to somebody or whatever, you can go back and do that, and the whole thing is pending. Yep. So yeah, it's just
you don't pay for them until they go out.
Yeah, you don't pay for them until they go out. Yep. So it's kind of a win-win. Boy, I was just thinking of something when I was saying that, and I was going to be a squirrel and go off in the wrong direction.
That's okay.
I didn't want to do that. Now I'm the elephant that totally forgot, that I was going to say.
That's not a good I am statement. Don't say that to yourself.
You're right. Okay, I'm remembering names and faces. That is actually one of my ideas. Yeah. And that I am program that we were on, just kind of and I am remembering names and faces of everyone I meet, I literally went through I found pictures in my phone of people and I could not remember their name anymore, sadly, right? So I plastered them all over this card. So when I got the card, my husband says, "What is this card?"
People I don't know.
I said, there's people I don't remember their names, honey. I just want to say that I am going to remember names and faces of everyone I meet.
As I remember them, I'm going to write their name by their face.
And I did. I wrote all over the card. It's oh, yeah, that's Carol. Right. Oh, yeah, that's
okay, yeah.
Oh, anyways, see, talk about the squirrel, right?
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah, see, we're off on a tangent. That's okay.
So, okay. Well, anyways, hey, Sean, what kind of advice do you give to someone that they feel very obliged to always do a Christmas card, and that type of a thing, but yet they're in a business and they know that, maybe on their client side, it should be something a little different,
I do talk about the Thanksgiving and then the New Year card or November, like you said, November, January card, because if you send one in November, you're going to be the only one. Mm-hmm. No one else except for a cousin that on the day after Thanksgiving, we get the card with the letter of everything that they've done. But if you send one early in the month, you get that. That's gonna sit somewhere in their office, mm-hmm. And you could throw in a gift.
Sean.
You could throw in a couple brownies. I cut out. Sorry. somebody calling. No, not now. So I talk about the around Thanksgiving card, and I try to say, look, you send that card, and if depending on if you send it their office or their work or home, a lot of times they're around friends and family. So that card might get shared more than a Christmas card with the stack of the rest of the cards that come. Mm-hmm. And then I say, let's look at January, because everybody, as soon as Christmas is over, they start thinking, what's my resolution going to be? What do I want to accomplish in the next year? And they start their list. And if you're in any type of business that may apply to, you're going to be top of mind when they say, oh, I was thinking about rearranging my finances or refinancing my house or moving or losing weight. And if you're in any business that applies to, you're the one that they're going to think of because they've gotten your card at that time. Right. And it's not with all the other Christmas cards. And it's probably the first thing they got if they go back to their office, usually after the holidays. It's the first thing they get when they get there. So that's what I try to coach, people on. Just don't get lost. You'll get lost. And how many Christmas cards do you get? And my wife does a very good job of, here's the send out card stack and here's the regular ones. And she knows I keep the send out cards and I don't keep the other Christmas cards. I keep for a while and then they end up somewhere. So that's kind of how my process is with somebody new or somebody that's been with it before, and then carry that on. Pick, if you want to send 4 cards a year, pick 1 a quarter, and you've got 2 done, and then pick a spring or late spring, and then pick an early fall, and now you've hit them 4 times a year.
Yeah. And I think one of the things I do is I put people in different kind of groups. So like maybe one year I'll send this group a Thanksgiving card, the next year might be a New Year's card or something like that, and kind of follow up, with that. You don't have to send everybody the same thing. You still might have special people that you do want to send that Christmas card to or whatever. But we're kind of speaking to the business owners that have that. On the personal side, clients and customers, Correct. And I think it's really key, not just to do Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank them. Take the opportunity of the word Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving month of November, to say, I really appreciate you. I appreciate what you've done and helped me in my business throughout the year. I appreciate you being part of my life throughout the year, kind of thing. Make it about your appreciation for them, not just that it's a Thanksgiving, kind of a thing. It's just that November gives you that opportunity. It makes it easier. It makes it like really, really cool. And there's a lot of cards out there, there's going to be a lot of beautiful cards out there that you can get, that you can choose and design and all that kind of stuff. So, Perfect. But anyways, hey, I think you've got our message, November is the month,
Thank you. And that goes for us too. We should be thanking our customers as well for what they've done for our business and how they've, helped us grow. And, we need to practice what we preach. So
absolutely. Well, I totally so agree with that. And it doesn't even matter, in my mind, it doesn't even matter that person maybe hasn't been active for a long time or hasn't used the system for a long time. They still did something for your business along the way, and you need to thank them. You never know what new fire you can kindle. You never know, what prompts someone. Oh my God, yeah, I forgot I had that account. I forgot that I can do the cards that way, and all that kind of thing. So, that's kind of key. And kind of on that note too, beyond the Thanksgiving season and the New Year's season, when you send a card, a creative card, a fun card, or something that's going to make them smile when they get it, that's going to start little things in their mind. They saying, my gosh, I could do that for my customers, and I'll say, we'll probably talk about it as we move forward too. But my one client that I have, a Groundhog Day card was like his #1 card of the entire year that he sent out. He's already thinking about this year's Groundhog Day card.
If you Google Groundhog Day and click images, there's all kinds of cool stuff.
There's all kinds of crazy ones. It's absolutely crazy, and he did such a great tie-in with, whether Phil sees a shadow or not, we're always here for you, kind of a thing. And it was very, very impactful to do something like that. So hey.
What I try to do with the subscriptions and then the system send is kind of tell people the subscription cards are really, that's you're building that relationship. you're, pulling pictures off Facebook. And if you aren't friending your clients, you should.
Yep.
Now, again, we've talked about, you may have to clean up your Facebook page, because people post things that they like to celebrate. And when you send a card with that picture on it, that goes a long way and again, without expecting anything back from it. And then the system sends they are that kind of, top of mind, say thank you in November. So, no, you're absolutely right. We need to practice what we preach and send those cards. And you do, I've sent a lot, and I love when I get the, hey, thanks for the card. And you're like, oh crap, what did I send? And go look. And
Gotcha.
I've been thinking about using it more. You're right. People, do say, gosh, how'd you do that one? That was cool. You pulled that from my Facebook, and then you usually get the question, doesn't that seem kind of weird? I'm like, did you like it? Yeah. Nobody ever doesn't like it. So
no.
And if you haven't shared Jordan's little 2-minute video that he posted yesterday, that's a great one. And just share. I didn't do a watch party. I just shared it, and I've already got an appointment with somebody again that you send out cards and then said, hey, we need to talk, because he saw, kind of clicked, and so.
Yeah. That's a great tip too. We got a lot of these watch parties going on out there, or if you just feel comfortable just taking it and sharing it, that's fine.
Yep.
Just do it, get it out there. Let somebody else is doing the work, basically.
Yeah,
and
really.
It's funny because I've been thinking.
That's why he's posting it.
I know. I've been sitting here thinking about doing a FaceTime Live, just kind of bringing up what we're talking about here about November, and it's like, Sean and I are going to talk about it. I'll just share that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on next? What do we got going on next week?
Next week we have Callie Teagarden. Nope. What's her? Yeah, Callie. Yep. Callie Teagarden's going to be on our call next week. So we're super excited with her. Another award winner at our convention, and she was the
Executive of the Year runner-up.
Executive of the Year runner-up. That's right. Right.
Affiliate of the Year. Sorry, she's not an executive.
Affiliate, yeah.
Let's
so
get all the
we're excited about having her on too. So I know you guys are going to really enjoy her. And of course, tonight, as you view this here tonight, it's trick or treat night here in the area, or in the world. I don't know. It's going to be very wet here in the East Coast. I don't know what your weather's supposed to be.
Yeah, ours is tomorrow night. It's supposed to rain and be cold. So
yeah, that's what ours is too. And
that won't stop the kids wanting to get candy.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to stop the kids. It's the parents that are driving around that are complaining the most, right? So, but happy Halloween for everybody. And enjoy the close of the October, and remember November, how important November is. Utilize.
Thank you.
Yeah, utilize this month to really, kind of start something that you want to continue throughout the year for your customers and clients.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, bye. So I'll see you guys next week. And Sean, you take care.
All right, you too.
Uh-huh.